Mesdames et messieurs, voilà, merci, welcome to my salon. I am, of course, your hostess, Marie-Catherine de Jumel de Barneville, Baroness d'Aulnoy. But you may know me as Madame d'Aulnoy, of course, huh? No. No, you of course know me as the Godmother of Fairy Tales. No. Excellent. Well, so I will explain to those of you who don't know. Yes, so I am the Godmother of Fairy Tales because once upon a time in Paris in the 1690s, I used to have salon where we would tell each other fairy tales. But not just any fairy tales, no. They were stories disguised as fairy tales so that we could criticize the king without... But, now I am dead. From having my head chopped off? No. Although, strangely, because I am sure that the king saw right through my fairy tales. But no, I am dead, and there are many positive aspects to being dead. For example, I don't have to worry about having my head cut off anymore. Also, I am free to roam through time and space and in and out of fairyland. And thirdly, I can speak any language, including those of animals. And let me tell you, those animals, they have been telling me some things. There is trouble brewing in fairyland. Let me tell you. No, in fact, why don't we let them tell you? For tonight, mesdames et messieurs, I have invited the animals to come and tell their stories at my salon. And because you are in my magic salon, you will be able to understand them too. They are going to sing their stories and accompany us on the harpsichord tonight. The incroyable, the extraordinaire, the impeccable, Monsieur François Couperin. So, Monsieur Couperin, shall we play? Once upon a time, there was a princess, king, and queen. But why do stories start with them? In fact, why human beings? What about the animals and objects inanimate? For tales of humanity, frankly, I think I eat my limit. This now we assemble to return some well-known stories, to discover other points of view of the truth in all their glory. And when you hear these twisted tales, you'll find you've always wanted to see the side you never knew. So let's become disenchanted. Our first guest tonight, it is the goose that lays the golden eggs. Her name is Gertie, and she used to belong to a giant, but then she was stolen by a boy who had a beanstalk or something. What was his name? What was it? Jacques! Oh, excellent, you're very clever people. Now, listen, Gertie, she is very shy. So I was hoping perhaps you could help me out by making some gentle goose noises. Gentle. Well, that's up to interpretation, I think. Gentle goose noises while so she feels comfortable, when she comes in. Would you do that for me? Okay, can I hear you? This is sounding like a general kind of farmyard noise. I would like to hear some more specific honking. Honk. That's it. Excellent. I think she will be happy with that. Excuse me, I go find her.
Evening all. My name's Gertie. I'm the ghost what lays the golden eggs. But you know that already, don't you? Yeah. I've got Thank you. I feel so much better now. What have I got this weird thing on for? So, yeah, I've got a confession to make. I love eggs. So much so that this song is likely to include some references to them ovoid erectations. Like, for example, excellent. Yeah, and eggs. You got any?
Exist?
Exist is very good. Oh, that's good. I think I might use that in the song. Have you got any egg words there for me, Mr. Cooper, and yourself?
Egg-scrubble?
Where'd you get that one from then, eh? The Hencyclopedia?
Let's get cracking. Some say that I'm a silly goose, that I've a one-track mind, that eggs are all I think about. But let me tell you, you think that. If golden eggs came out from your behind. I used to live in a castle in the air. Me best pal was the harp, who used to sing without a A giant was our owner, and though he was not mean, we wondered if the grass outside our walls was extra green. Know what I mean? One excellent fine day, our hero, named Jack, come bursting through the kitchen doors, an exuberant sort of chap. He was excited but exhausted as he climbed a stalk of beans to reach the giant's exotic there, a sport you'd call extreme. To set a fine example, our mistress fed him well. Everything was based on eggs, and of course, without a shell. Scrambled, poached or fried in butter, upside down or up, boiled or baked in custard, or coddled in a cup. Made into pavlova, eggnog, mayonnaise, curried egg sandwiches with sauce hollandaise, eggs. But I digress. Oh, no, I mean I egress. No, I think I mean I eggress.
Oh, I fear that's a double yoke.
And I fear, Mr. Cooperin, that you are treading on eggshells there. This is, after all, my area of expertise. Jack told us that the lives we led were exhausting and dull. He said conditions in the castle were execrable. He said that he had a plan to extricate the alchemy from the awful giant's clutches, and then we would be free. So we exited gently on. She was such a diva. She braved herself an extravagant performance to deliver. should be in the hop, don't you? Yeah. Eggoletto. Oh, the giant! The giant! On hearing her exalted tone, the giant was agitated and using quite excessive force. His castle he ungated.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Very scary. Oh, well, Jack, an exhibitionist, an egomaniac, to excite the giant's anger, quickly answered back. Goosey, goosey gander, where shall I wander? Up the beanstalk, down the beanstalk, in the giant's chamber. There I met a giant who would not give me his gold, so I took him by the left leg and shoved him down the aisle. And that's exactly what he did. Our hero, named Jack, an example of true chivalry. To his home he brought us back. I thought my new existence would be a life of leisure, but now I had to pop out eggs for Jack and his mum's pleasure. And if I did not keep laying eggs, they'd force food down my passage to make goose liver pate and juicy, goosey sausage. But the ARP have been harping on at me to go free range. See, turns out Jack and his mum didn't much like her music, so she got herself a little job down the local pub, literally singing for her supper. Which is a bit weird because she doesn't actually eat anything. Anyway, she says, Gertie, come on, you gotta get out there. This is the new gig economy. You gotta be flexible, you know. I thought, I am nothing if not flexible, having popped out 1,567 eggs from my clacker. Thank you very much. So I thought, all right, I'll try a bit of stagecoach driving, all right? Bit difficult on account of I've only got wings. So then I tried some, deliver zooing. Impossible, I've only got a beak. The ARP turns to me, she says, Gertie, stop this. You are a goose. You lay wings, no, you lay eggs, you have wings. Play to your strengths, girl. I had a brainwave, a light bulb moment, if you will. I started my own company. It's called Eggs Are Us. And we deliver bespoke, golden, super fresh eggs straight to your front door. Who would like an egg? Yeah? You sure? All right then. All right, excuse me. What's a good answer though? Can I hold your hand? Got a breather. All right. Ready? I'm stuck. Forceps there or rubber gloves or anything? No, it's all right. I was going to exert some more pressure. All right, hang on. Hold me hand again. That'll be $150, thank you very much. Plus 25 for extras. Plus, 50 for etc. Yeah. It's all, inflation. Yeah, it's not so expensive, is it? I mean, it's gluten-free. Cruelty-free. free, sort of. Disease free. Yeah, I've had all my vaccinations. Yeah, the bird flu shot. So have you? Yeah, good. Oh, that's all right. We can talk about the price of eggs later on, shall we? Yeah. Of course, you can always pay American Express. Oh, wait a second, maybe not. They're all running around like they're chickens with their heads cut off over there, aren't they? Yeah, I'll stop giving my precious eggs to America because, of all those eggs all been at tariffs, right? Yeah, duh. Oh, anyway, ladies and gents, turns out I was literally sitting on a gold mine. What's that figuratively? Oh, no. Existentially. And with the proceeds from my business, I have left Jack and his frankly rather dysfunctional relationship with his mother, and I have set up my own flock, or guild, or union, if you will, of other golden egg-laying geese. Well, it turns out there's quite a few of us in Fairyland, and I am now as free as a bird. No, I am a free bird. The moral of this expose, the tale of my abduction, is you are the controller of the means of your production. And beware of heroes who exclaim they'll set you free, for you're the incubators of your own destiny. That was extraordinaire, Gertie. Thanks, Mrs. D. Look, I'm sorry I can't hang around. I've got a meeting with a bunch who want to join our union. They call themselves the Cash Cows. Say Jack's up to his old tricks. He's trying to convince them to come and work on his farm. But I'm going to tell him he'll milk them for all they're worth. I love to see animals supporting each other. Now, have you seen our next guest in the green room? Oh, I don't know. Who is it? It's the troll, who is coming to tell us the story of the bridge. It's a Nordic noir thriller. Oh, ain't you taking a bit of a risk there, having a troll come to your salon? I've heard they're mean and dangerous. Plus, ain't they got them troll farms? Well, we shall see, Gertie. I am dead, so there is no risk to me. And what about the audience? Oh, they are in my magical salon. They can come to no harm. Better you than me. Hello. I am the troll. From under the bridge. From under the bridge. So, I'm here to counter some of the myths and lies you may have heard about the trolls. You see, those stories are being spread by forces who are only interested in making us, the trolls, looking like the bad guys. So, number 8. I never threatened to eat the goats. No. You see, we trolls, we don't eat meat, or in fact, plants. We just eat rocks. And number 2, quick biology lesson. When trolls meet to mate, that is the point when we decide who is going to be the mama and who is going to be the papa. Yeah, like the coral goby fish, No? No? Anyway, so then the mama, after the mating, she goes off to have the baby. Number 3, I have to admit, I was a little overprotective of the bridge. Yeah, but with good reason. You see, it just happened that every time I met another troll, they said they wanted to be the mama. So I was feeling I needed more after I had one of these last fly-by-night meaningless encounters with one of these trolls. I was feeling I needed more stability in my life. And then the ghosts came and they turned my life upside down. One day I wished that I had a partner, someone who was strong, on whom I could depend, someone or something that I could rely on, pillar to pillar and end to end. Then I looked at my bridge, realized that I loved her. Those girders and boards were my comfort and home. My sexual preference is objectophilia. There's LGBTQIA and then O. Why was the bridge a she? I don't know. She told me her name was Bridget. Then one day there came some goats, Nanny and her kid, clattering with cloven hoofs. On my darling bridge, hello there, what's your name? I felt bold to say, take your nasty hoofs for shame. Off Bridget today, no, no. I cried, no, 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 no. Trolley get out of the way. Those goats bleating cried, got to get to greener grass. On the other side, yeah, yeah. Meh, 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 meh. Yeah, yeah. They told me on that side there's a place called the Troll Farm. We're going there for a fattening spree. Well, I'm quite suspicious, you know, that it's called the Troll Farm. Trolls don't like farms, 'cause we don't eat meat. Remember the saying, no animals, no vegetables, only minerals. I warned them, don't go there. This troll farm sounds risky, you know. Farms are not good for pigs, chickens and lambs. Yes, but we're goats, so we know we'll be safe there. Also on our side is the battering ram. What? When? Where? Oh, it's the Billy Goat. Billy Goat, he ran on. With his fearful paws, hollering he stamped upon. My dear Bridget Sports, I will make you blind. With my fearful horns, trolley you can stick behind. I'm gonna take you on, meh, 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 meh. I let them go because I really hate conflict. I just want peace and a world without strife. If they get hurt, it's not really my problem. I'll stick with Bridget, the love of my life. Love me, oh me, love me, oh me, love me, oh me, love me, oh me. Bridget and I, we went back to our quiet life. It was very quiet. So quiet. So quiet. In fact, I became a little bit bored. You see, Bridget had stopped talking to me after the goats had left. I don't know, maybe she resented them or something. Anyway, I realized I needed some animal, maybe even just animate companions, and Bridget simply could not bridge the gap. And I wished with all my heart that those little goats would come tripping over the bridge again. And then I saw in the distance a cloud, and I heard a noise like thunder. Was it a thunderstorm? No. Was it a dust storm? No. Oh, it was my little goats racing towards me. Up on the old troll farm, they tried to fatten us. Up on the old troll farm, those men are gluttonous. Get away from that troll farm. It is no place to stay. Get away from that troll farm. We will not die that way. No, 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 no. It was exactly as I had suspected. Those goats were being fattened up for human consumption. And then I realized that there was one goat missing. The billy goat. Oh, Trolley, you have to go and save him. He's being held captive on Jack's farm. You know, Jack McDonald? Old Jack McDonald? Old McDonald had a farm. Trolley, you have to go and save him. Without thinking, I got out from under Bridget, and I ran, and I ran, and I ran. Old MacDonald had a farm. I found the billy goat. Old MacDonald had a farm. Tethered by his throat. Old MacDonald had a farm. I fell into a rage. Old MacDonald had a farm. I tore him from his cage. E-I-E-I-O, E-I-E-I-O. Well, when we got back together, the three goats told me all about Yucca MacDonald and his farm. You see, he used to farm when he started his farming career with a goat. No, with a goose. With a goose, but when she ran away, he decided he needed to make a super industrial prison for animals and call it the Troll Farm. The so-called Troll Farm. That's when we decided we needed to stop all the animals from going across the bridge into the Troll Farm. And that's when Yuck started with the propaganda. First, it was the nursery rhymes. Old MacDonald had the farm with all the cute animal noises. Then he infiltrated fairy tales, nasty stories about the trolls. Then newspapers. Finally, Cambridge Analytica. The trolls were being trolled. So that's when we decided we were going to destroy that industrial prison farm. But that's our plan. In the meantime, I met another troll, and I said, this time, I want to be the mama. So I am pregnant with my first baby troll, and the goats are going to be goat parents. So now the three goats are my friends and my partners. We guard the bridge and we warn those who come. Old Mac MacDonald's farm will imprison and torture. Stay here with us, you're welcome, everyone. Come with us. There's plenty of green grass here, and also lots of minerals. Rare earth minerals, nobody wants to eat them, right?
Madame Renoir, you have been so helpful. I am glad to have cleared out the lichen. Well, we are so grateful you came, Trolly. But, I think perhaps you need to talk to Gertie the goose. She does not realize you are in fact an ally. And even I never knew Jacques was so evil. Yeah, but Madame Renoir, he is not the worst. Really? Who is? Goldilocks. C'est pas vrai. Goldilocks feels so entitled to steal from animals. She breaks into their houses and takes the food from under their noses. Maybe she was hungry? Yeah, but then she started living in their houses. She colonized their houses. Maybe I should invite her to talk. Or maybe you should talk to the bears. Good idea, Trolly. Now, au revoir, Trolly, and merci. Oh la la la, in the meantime I have to deal with a cat who does not want to talk to human beings.
Monsieur Couperin, we have a cat here who does not want to talk to human beings. So can you make sure that the audience pretend to be cats? Can they do some meowing and purring, for example?
This side. Talk to this side of town.
Good evening, mesdames et messieurs. Thank you for listening to my tale. I am Mr. Stinker. I say Mr. Stinker Puss to you. See, it's monogrammed here on my coat. Mr. Stinker Puss. I'm here tonight in my capacity as the president of the Cat Propaganda Society. And I would like to thank my cat colleagues for the tireless efforts they have put towards the creation of the situation vis-a-vis our relations with human beings, which is to say we are currently onto a supremely good wicket. Despite being natural-born killers, they bloody love us. Of course, we do have the added advantage that they love our fur. They seem addicted to our fur. They just love to, pat our bellies, stroke under our necks. You just rub up against their leg and they go goo goo. or sit on their lap, they go gaga. And of course, they cannot get enough of that. Purring. Now, some of my feline friends have told me that they don't really like this situation. They say, oh, we don't like them humans getting their grubby hands all over our paws, all over our fur. We don't like them alleviating their anxiety with our soft pelts. They remind me that once upon a time we used to be revered as gods. The Egyptian cat god Bastet, the Sphinx. They remind me that our larger cat cousins, the lions, the tigers, the sphinx, etc. Not the sphinx, the lion, the cheetah, the leopard, etc. They would never put up with this purring and petting nonsense. To these cats, I say, please refer to the CPS's COCCK, the Code of Conduct for Cats and Kittens, which to this day has seen the worldwide expansion of the domestic cat population. Have you ever heard of Felis catus becoming extinct? No, you have not. Why? Because of the cock. Because you see, my kitty compadres, for all that purring and petting, you get in exchange free board and lodging and freedom to do whatever the hell you like. You can even go away with bloody murder of animals smaller than you, but even ones humans profess to be fond of. And here's how we do it, ladies and gents. The COCCK, or 10 rules, established rules, to establish complete dominance over your human beings. Take it away, Mr. Couperin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 cat commandments. It's the 10 cat commandments.
Number 1.
Love bombing, hit them with your charm. Purr a little, press your fur against their arm. Tickle them across the cuff, make them laugh twice. Jump into their lap for a little pat and nice. Now try to be a bit annoying, sort of in a cute way. Their comfort zone destroying. Watch them from the doorway when they're trying to take a piss. Place your belly on their telly on a show they cannot miss. Demand to be let out, then yell, I want to stay. Pad your paws on them with claws, not quite retracted all the way. Space invading, remove them with a nudge. Colonise the couch, then refuse to budge. In the bedroom, take up residence on their silk pillow, or sitting on their keyboard is my favourite peccadillo. Accidentally destroy their belongings, sharpen your claws on chairs, give their precious rugs a flogging, flick their tail off your doll. You don't mean to knock them. Meow with their shatter on the ground, it's not my problem. Eat their food, then randomly say no. This way you'll graduate from pellets to filet mignon. Awaken them at 7 for your first meal of the day, and make it 6 and 5 and 4 and then 2:58. Now let's have a little chat about toilet regimes. Cats lick ourselves and bury our poos. We're known to be pristine, and this is how we trick the humans. Yes, we keep it clean, but tell me, who's the fool who empties out your cat latrine? Now start to push the envelope, expectorate a lump, furball on the carpet, then go take a dump. Lovely shit upon their bed, make it diarrhea. Spray and wee with impunity, they smell it, have no fear. They will not chuck you out, no, they'll close their bedroom doors, which we have worked out how to open with our little paws. Cats are murderers, at this we are the masters, and humans love it when we kill their pests, the little bastards. Cockroaches and rats and mice is what we are prescribed, but when we slaughter baby birds, they turn a blind eye. Native lizards, furry possums, squeaky little bats. Nothing's really safe around your terminated cat, except, of course, the humans, for they are beloved friends. Who said we would attack them? I am wounded, that offends. I said we wouldn't hurt the human beings. I was lying. Who's the boss? Treat them mean to keep them keen. Humans, I don't mind being scratched and being bitten, because we have been grooming them since when they were but kittens. You may have noticed there were only 8 commandments there. I need to pause a little before I go on to points 9 and 10. Because, mesdames and messieurs, there have been times, dark times throughout history, when the wool, or rather the fur, has been pulled away from humans' eyes, and they have seen us for the killers that we are. During these times, humans have felt able to freely abuse cats. In such times, for example, you could kick a cat and it was a normal displacement activity if you were angry at another human being. You could swing a cat around a room just to measure how big it was. Locking a cat in a box indefinitely was a valid philosophy question. During these times, the CPS has been deployed to groom the humans back into submission. Our first line of attack was, and always will be, fairy tales. That's how you get them young, you know. The Miller's Son, Puss in Boots, The White Cat, all written by the CPS. And of course, in the 20th century, we have infiltrated poetry and musical theatre. Yeah, T.S. Eliot, Andrew Lloyd Webber, highly suggestible subjects. Fairy tales, well, cats are helpful and so good. This is what we feed the human children, understood. Puss in Boots, The Miller's Son, a show where cats are stars, not revealed for being the vicious, murderous bastards that we are. And now, in the 21st century, we have suffered some setbacks. For example, there was that terrible film, Cats. Which I can assure you the CPS had nothing to do with. And of course, there was the rise of the internet, where humans were freely able to share with each other videos, etc., of cats being really, really nasty. So, I thank my colleagues in the technology wing of the CPS for coming in and sorting out things, the Doge, or rather the Code, or perhaps I mean Cage. Anyway, whatever, the techno cats, they come in, and they took over human beings' phones, you know, and they start pumping out cat memes and cat videos, which it turns out humans are absolutely, they find them absolutely irresistible. So much so that they started doing our work for us. Just spreading them cat memes and but also, do you know, there is a Facebook page. It's called My Cat is an Asshole. It has 1.5 million members, and in it, humans share with each other videos of their cats literally abusing them. And do you know what they say? Oh, bless. Oh. But anyway, just in case we're to be on the safe side, we continue pumping out them cat memes and cat videos. And if you put 5 and 5 together, well, first of all, if you see a cat sitting by your computer, you put 5 and 5 together, Mr. Cooper, and you get number 10. Acquaint yourselves with the cameras in their phones. Stupid pills don't know our social media skills are finely honed. The cat memes are a secret weapon. Make sure that you spread them, and pretty soon the peeps will think they're the ones who share them. So that's the code of conduct, the COCCK, the 10 cat commandments we follow to this day. Wait a second. You're clapping. That must mean you're not cats. Oh, I can see through that. You are cats. You're not cats. Oh, I said you were cool cats. It's just a metaphor. All right. What am I going to do? My cover's been blown. Oh, bastard, the Sphinx. What should I do? Oh, right. Okay. I'll just pull out the old cat hypnotism card. Yeah, all right. And now you must forget the very words that I have spoken. You'll think you dreamt about a cat, and from that dream you've awoken, remembering fairy tales are true, and cats, they are the best. And never kill your cat just because you can't afford the vet. And if they slaughter little beasts, that's fine, because cats are cute. Plus, humans slaughter animals each day, ain't that the truth? Give me the passwords to your phone, I promise you, it's fine. And then forget we ever met, and wait when I count 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Lives, cats forever!
It's just a gare. I always wondered how it was that the white cat appeared in my collection of fairy tales when I had no memory of writing it. Yeah, the CPS has got long arms. Now look, I've got a bone to pick with you, Madam Dornoy. There ain't no cats out there. You said I was going to be talking to some cool cats, but it's only humans. I had to hypnotise them so they forget everything I told them. Do not pull that trick on me again, or else. That's just in care. I do not appreciate being threatened. Yeah, well, I don't appreciate having to share the green room with a stinking wolf. A wolf, as far as I'm concerned, is just one starvation event away from being a dog. Don't get me started on dogs. Get off me, you wolf! You bloody wolf! Get off!
Excuse me 1 second.
Good evening. I am Mr. Wolf. One, I am from Transylvania. 1, 2, 3. Ha 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 ha. So, I'm here to tell you the truth about Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmama. But before we begin, I'm going to be needing some audience participation. Duh. So at one point I'm going to say, "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have!" And you will say,
The better to see.
"Oh, very good. I like the my dear at the end. Gives it good rhythm, you know." And then, "Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have!"
To hear you with.
And oh, Grandma, what big teeth! You know how it goes, etc. All right. So, Mr. Koperinsky, shall we begin? I am the wolf, they say. It's grandmothers and little girls in hoods, but how can you know if that's true or crap? Could be, maybe, perhaps. They say I tricked Red Riding Hood on her way to Grandma's by having her look at some natural habitat. Could be, maybe, perhaps. But have you thought that maybe it's not so crazy to sniff the flowers? And isn't loving nature a valid way to while away the hours? Well, anyway, they say I tried to delay her 'cause I wanted to eat meat and on her grandma's snack. Could be, maybe, perhaps. But have you thought that maybe I visit Granny because I dig her? And your dear Granny enjoys the company of those with whiskers. Well, anyway, when Red came in, she found me in bed dressed like a lady, and she said, "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have!"
All the better to see you with, my dear.
"And oh, Granny, what big ears you have!"
All the better to hear you with, my dear.
"And oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have!"
All the better to eat you with, my dear.
"You're not my Granny! You've eaten my Granny!" Could be, maybe, perhaps. But have you thought that Granny might be in bed, but under the covers? And she was eating Wolfie, dressed like a tranny, 'cause we were lovers! Have you thought that before? I don't know why. Granny is a very foxy lady. Well, suddenly the axe man burst in, and he whacked me on the chin, and then my wolf's skin just opened with a snap. Could be, maybe, perhaps. But have you thought that maybe your darling Granny could wield a weapon? And could a feisty lady do some real damage with a strap-on? So, Little Red Riding Hood was somewhat traumatized at having seen her naked grandma wielding the sex toy and hitting the woodcutter over the head with it until he begged for mercy. And then when Little Red Riding Hood ran screaming to her parents that she had seen a wolf dressed in her grandma's nightclothes, they assumed she meant flannelette pajamas. Not and of course the woodcutter was deeply humiliated at having been defeated by a little old lady with a... And so when Granny and I decided to elope together and live on a commune, it was just decided it would be easier to tell a story. They said that Grandma had been eaten by a wolf. But then of course the holidays came. And Granny wanted to come home on the holidays to see her daughter and darling granddaughter naturally. So they had to make up another story. They said, yes, Granny was eaten by the wolf. But then the woodcutter came and he cut open the wolf. And out popped Grandma completely alive. As if. The stories just kept getting more and more ridiculous. But that's fake news for you. I hope, my friends, that you can handle the truth. So now, my friends, you know the real romance of the wolf who eloped with Red Grandma. And that, my friends, is that. Could be, maybe, perhaps. Could be, maybe.
I never knew that Transylvanians had such progressive attitudes towards interspecies relationships.
Have you forgotten already about Mr. Frankenfurter, who visited our salon last month? The mess he left on my harpsichord?
Monsieur Frankenfurter, tell me, François, would you say you like to caress the keyboard every day?
Oui.
Would you say you are perhaps a little bit in love with your keyboard?
Oui.
Well then, you are just like Monsieur Trolly, an objectophile. What? So who are you to judge? Anyway, we shall never talk about Mr. Frankenfurter again. He is so last century, or actually
4 centuries ago. Anyway, our last guest tonight is Mama Bear. You see, I was trying to find Goldilocks, but her people said that she was not available for comment. So I approached the bears, and Mama Bear has said she will come and talk to you. But she is very shy, you know. She's probably an hibernation. So I will need you to assist Monsieur Couperin with some Australian forest noises. Do you think you could do that, perhaps? You know, some bird calling. Very good, very good. You keep going. Lovely, excellent. I think we need to entice her out of hibernation, you know. is Mum up there. What's this? Oh yeah, all right. Makes my voice louder. Yeah, so g'day. I've come here to talk about Goldilocks. Yeah, because well, everybody thinks that just because she's pretty and young and well, she's got gold hair and blue eyes and she's white and she's a human, that she must be good. But yeah, well, let me tell you about her, all right? Okay. A sweet young lass called Goldilocks was wandering in the wood. She came across some habitat that she thought would be good. If she could clear the rocks and trees in which the birdies nest and build on it the dream home that she'd made on Pinterest. Hashtag Goldie's Bolt Hole. Hashtag I Heart Nature. Hashtag Goldie's Eco Resort. She found a charming little grove, declaring it just right, when suddenly my baby bear came lumbering into sight. He said, "Excuse me, little girl, could you move off that bush? There's leaves and berries for my tea right underneath your tush." So Goldie moved along until she stumbled on some land that was filled with giant trees and ferns, all green and lush and grand. She said, "This land's the type that I should like to farm and own." Then marked out all the trees she'd need to ring bark and cut down. Well, as she was a-chopping, who should call out from above but me, Mummy? I said, "Hey, what's your plan there, Goldie love? This tree's a house and source of food for all the creatures here, and our home's not for taking. Bugger off now, would you, dear?" So Goldie ventured further down into the forest deep. She discovered there a waterway, a clear and bubbling creek, and by its shore unearthed what looked like several lumps of coal. And so she set her flag down and began to dig a hole. Oh, don't be afraid of this. It's only a lump of coal. Nothing to be scared of. Hashtag cleanest coal in the world. Hashtag when the sun doesn't shine and the wind doesn't blow. Hashtag, oh, wind farms are so ugly. Hashtag and so evil. Hashtag save the whales. Hashtag don't you know that coal funds some festivals? And hashtag we'll always have coal. Hashtag until we get nuclear. She'd been digging down there for an hour and scarce a quarter, when round the bend came Papa Bear. He's looking for some water. "Oi, Goldilocks," cried Papa, "what the devil were you thinking? That muddy hole you're digging makes the creek unfit for drinking." At first it seemed that Goldilocks had heard our Papa's plea. She paused and backed right off her spade and said, "I quite agree." Then all at once she doubled down and with a voice quite shrill, "Right, I will dig and burn and slash. What's more, drill, baby, drill!" The creatures of the forest heard this nasty little turd, and so they gathered forces. Insect, mammal, and reptiles slashed her skin. And mammals too! Oh, we got claws. Oh yes, we joined right in. We took that nasty shovel, gotta shove it up her ass. And Goldie screamed, okay, you win. And so it came to pass. The moral of this story: guns, germs, steel, and your 2 hands do not give you any right to come and steal our land. Always was, always will be. This planet has to be for all, not just rich lunatics. And if a bear can't shit in the woods, the Pope's not
Oh, my God. You and the animals of the forest are so brave. Thank you, Madame Tournois, but so exhausting. Goldilocks lost one battle, but there's no guarantee she won't be back. Oh, she's persistent, that one, I'll give her that. Like a bad smell. But you see, Madame Tournois, other humans need to see things from our point of view, not just take Goldilocks' word for it. Yes, you are so right, Madame Bear.
Mon Dieu! Mon Dieu! Incroyable! Have you ever heard such articulate animals before? No. Exactement, they are incroyable. We have to stop thinking about humans as the kings and queens of the world. We have to see it from their point of view. We have to see that animals are just parts, that we are just parts of everything. We have to have a revolution of the ways that we think. Vive la révolution! The moral of our stories is so clear. Question all humanity. Question those who've told all the tales so. There is only one side to see. Question who has the authority. In our salon, several species told their stories so that you can see the fight for justice, truth, and freedom is the struggle for animal equality. To arms, unlock those pens, for this is not the end. La solution, fight for all life. Vive la révolution, la solution, fight for all life. Vive la All right, we're going to sing one last song, but we're going to sing it together. You know the tune. You will know the tune when I begin, huh? So, I promise you will know the tune. You will have fun, and you will have fun. Thanks, my friends, for coming to the salon, where we sang and told a tale or two. We laughed, we cried, we dreamt about the future. And now, my friends, the future's up to you. Ukraine, free Palestine, down with fascism, cherish democracy, stop cutting countries, and what the fuck are we gonna do about all that plastic? So much. We're almost at the end of the Fringe, and I want to thank Dean. Thank you so much for this beautiful space. What a gorgeous welcoming space for where the stage is. We've seen it many times in a while. We have to do a salon in this space because it's perfect, right? Yeah. We might maybe we'll be back next year with another salon. New characters, maybe even a kids show, not with Mr. Wolf. Thank you so much to the Fringe for being, as always, just so beautifully welcoming. It's always a pleasure to come to Newcastle Fringe, unlike other fringes. No, Newcastle is one of a kind, and I love Newcastle. I love Newcastle's people, and I love Newcastle Fringe. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again. Well, some of you I'll see at the party, and some of you I'll see again next year. All right, thank you.